Like I mentioned earlier, the dashboard is the heart of this program. And just to get started, let's start looking for, I want to know what type of rental they live in, whether it's an apartment, a house, or etc. So I could we could do type. I'll just do type, okay? And you can hit enter or click on the magnifier, and you'll see it searching just for those questions that have type. What it will do then is list all those questions that have type. In the here, question 2 does, and question 55 does. Question 2 is the one I want to do. So this is the simplest chart. In order for the chart to display, you click Update Chart. Okay, and that's your basic chart. It's all the rental types. Let's say I wanted, since I got type here, question 55. Okay. I can go ahead and update the chart for question 55, and we will see that. Okay, so those are the simplistic things. We can also, if you want to just browse through charts, okay, if I go previous, that should give us 54 if there is a question 54. What is your current monthly rent? Okay, we'll deal with this a bit later because this is a bit overwhelming in terms of the different amounts of rent. And notice that they don't always appear in order either because this is sorted from high to low. We do have an ability over here to change it to sort from low to high, and this should update automatically, okay? And some questions that may be appropriate. Order by axis, high to low, let's try that. Okay, and you'll notice that this one here, now this makes a little bit more sense. Although Excel has a strange way of sorting things, okay? So let's do one other thing here. Okay, we have primary filters and we have secondary filters. Let's talk about primary filters. Okay, the primary filters, when you click on the button, will bring up all of this. Let's say we want all age groups, but I'm just interested in CMA. In the CMA, let's take that one, unclick all, and I just want to see Toronto. Okay, and so the prices of rent here will be just for that CMA, which includes all these cities. Click OK. And you'll notice the data has changed. I personally don't like seeing this much in terms of rent. So I'm going to consider a possible change there. Okay, but let's go back to question 2. Let's do this, and I'm just going to quickly get to question 2. That was the type of housing. And you can set all your filters up front, or you can kind of do it progressively like I'm doing here. I'm going to go do updating chart, and you'll see the rentals over 5 years old compose 72% of the market. Okay, let's take a look at primary filters, and let's say we're looking at different age groups here. We want to look at, let's say this, and this. I'll just go with these age groups, okay? And so we're just doing Toronto, this age group, Toronto CMA. Clicking OK. And it changed the graphs slightly, but one thing I forgot to do was I would like to see the age groups. And so what I'm going to do here is look at the age group. Okay, so it'll break it down by these 3 different age groups. Update chart. And so if you look at the legend here on the right, 26 to 30-year-olds is represented by the blue. Okay, and the gray represents the oldest group we've chosen here. So more of them are living in a 5-year-old rental. Okay, so that is the use of breaking things down. I'm going to go to one more question here, and it happens to be question 1. I do preview, and I hadn't changed any filters here, so these are the percent of income that people are paying. Notice the younger people are paying less, and the older group are paying more. Now, I didn't really intend to use that filter, so I would think I'm going to just take these. Actually, let's go back to the primary filters, and let's choose all age groups. Okay, and let's choose all CMAs. Okay, no need to change cities. Okay, so all ages and all CMAs. And we then click update the chart. I forgot one minor thing, and this, if I can forget it, you will too. So it takes some skill in getting used to this. Okay, so we're showing, and we included these age groups and the percentage for all age groups. Okay, so 18 to 25-year-olds, which kind of makes sense. They're paying more rent than they really can't afford in some cases. What I wanted to do, though, is break this down by CMA. And click update. And here by CMA, Quebec City is the CMA that has the lowest percentage of income as rent, and Vancouver is the highest. Let me look at one more thing here. We can choose, we have limited ability to choose different chart types, okay? Some will look good, others will not. I'm going to go from a clustered bar to a clustered column. Remember, columns are up and down, as in columns on a building. Okay, oops, and that changed automatically, which I forgot. Okay, so, and here it's just a different look. Which brings me to a point. I had gone back into the Excel control mode, and I'm going to switch back to full screen, which gives you full screen. So this just toggles you back and forth between the two. Okay. One more thing here, we could do pie chart. And you will notice that it might not look as good. You do have some editing ability. So in other words, you can drag and drop some of these things just like you can in any of the Office charting programs. So I think I'm going to end this. This is getting quite long, and in the next one we'll talk about more details here.